Hello everyone and welcome to the UK's only TV programme dedicated to mental health and wellbeing topics, the Chrissy B Show. Today we have another special individual to treat to a makeover, and that's mum Tracy Smith, thanks to her son Jordan, who told us all about her, and we'll find out more about this story in just a bit. For Tracy's makeover, she'll be in the safe hands of Megan Gregoire, our makeup artist. And we also have styling with Cynthia Gregoire, who is going to show us a style that she's chosen for her mummy, who we're also going to meet later on. And last week, we had the pleasure of grooming over Frederick Hoffman, who gave up smoking for good, and he was on our No Smoking Day show. And you can catch that episode on YouTube, Chrissy B Show, and you can subscribe there if you've missed any of those. Now, do you know someone who deserves a makeover? All you have to do to nominate someone is go on our website, chrissybshow.tv, and let us know from there. And yes, you can even nominate yourself if you feel like you deserve a makeover. So back to today's guest. Jordan got in touch with us to nominate his wonderful mummy, Tracy. So let's welcome Jordan to the show. Hello, Jordan.
You're right, man.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So thanks so much for getting in touch with us. So you do love your mummy a great deal, don't you?
Yeah, I do love my mum. Yeah.
Can you tell us briefly why you nominated her today?
Well, I nominated my mum's because she deserves it. Do you know what I mean? She deserves the opportunity to treat herself.
Is she the kind of person that only thinks about others? Would you say?
Yeah, she treats others before she treats herself.
Okay.
That's what she does.
So you think she deserves some time out today, just to think of herself, just to relax and get pampered?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
All right. So we will be hearing your story, because I know your mum's been through quite a great deal in her life. Actually, you all have as a family. And I know the 4 boys. She's got 4 sons, by the way. She's just one of them here. You 4 boys have really gelled together and really helped her out, which I think is fantastic. So it's an example to other young people as well. So we're going to be hearing that a bit later on. All right, guys, so before we move on, by the way, later on, I'm also going to be giving some tips on how to give a loved one a break, which is quite fitting in, because they tried to help the mum as much as possible. But first, let's go to the news with Helen Ashard.
Hello, everyone. I've got some lovely top stories to tell you today. To begin with talking about Andy Murray. Congratulations to British tennis #1 Andy Murray on the birth of his daughter Sophia. Andy, who's now 28, flew straight home after losing to Djokovic in the final of the Australian Open to be present at the birth of his child. Andy mentioned to The Guardian that fatherhood had worked out well for Djokovic and Federer, and inferred that children seem to have made them play better. He hopes too that his daughter will be a positive influence on his career, and wants his daughter to be proud of him. Very sweet. A great story coming up next, which actually could be a feature film. Savannah Miller, the sister of Sienna Miller, lost her fashion business and home and moved from Gloucestershire to Panama in 2013 with her husband and 3 small children. She suffered postnatal depression, panic attacks and a breakdown, and even watched as her son almost died getting sucked into the propellers of a boat. She felt she'd lost everything, but battled through the challenging times and managed to relocate back to the Cotswolds, has a renewed energy and a fashion collection, a huge fashion collection, which is going to be in all 65 Debenhams stores soon. So amazing, good for her. That is really a great story. Moving on to film talk, my lovely man I love so much, Leonardo DiCaprio, 6-time lucky. I'm so happy that he's won a well-deserved Oscar for Best Actor in his role, The Revenant. The film didn't make Best Film, but he is absolutely brilliant, so thrilled for him. Also, another great actress, Brie Larson, congratulations to her. She was the main role in The Lead. She played a lady called Joy, a fantastic film. Brilliant, heart-wrenching, definitely worth a watch. She's held captive for 7 years in an enclosed space with her son, whose 5-year-old son named Jack. Jacob Tremblay, 9, a fantastic actor, plays his role. They finally gain freedom and allowing Jack to experience the outside world. It's sad in that they're held captive by an old man called Nick, who unfortunately rapes her. And she tries to stay optimistic for her son, but suffers from malnutrition, depression, and finally a breakdown. The film is rare in that it highlights the aftermath that kidnapping survivors face once their ordeal is over. So it's really, really interesting. But it does have a happy ending. They do have a lovely time together. And just to say again that Jacob, who plays Jack, is an incredible actor. So definitely someone to watch out for. Moving on to Darren Day, who you may all know, he recently featured on Big Brother. He was once known as the Golden Boy actor TV personality who reaped huge success and even had a record deal with Simon Cowell. As always with these celebrities, his life began to spiral. His womanising, drinking, cocaine, drug addiction was out of control. He lost everything and even tried to take his own life. He changed things around. He admits he made huge amounts of mistakes, which were all his own doing. But now he's married to a lovely wife, has been married for years now. Very, very happy. He'd actually lost everything as well when he'd met her. Has 2 lovely children, Madison and Dalton. So yes, good for him. Moving on to now rich and famous people who've lost all their money, which is quite a common thing. Kim Basinger, who is now 62, I think we'll probably all remember her for her lead in 9.5 Weeks. At one point she had to file for bankruptcy as she was sued for 8.1 million for breach of contract because she pulled out of the film Boxing Helena. She successfully turned a corner and appeared in multiple films. And now, even at the age of 60, has an amazing model contract with IMG Models, which is super. Moving on to MC Hammer, who I remember quite well. He's a rapper. He released an album called Don't Hurt 'Em. He had an estimated net worth of 33 million. He then employed 200 people in the community, which sometimes cost him $1 million a month. He wasn't being frivolous, but just a bit unrealistic and silly. He obviously lost lots of money, had to file for bankruptcy, and now he owes quite a bit in debt. He owes some tax, but he's happily married, he has 5 children, and he invests in internet startups and apps, so he has a pretty normal life and is doing well. Nicolas Cage, well-known actor, at one point was the highest paid actor in Hollywood, earning 40 million per year, but he had really expensive taste and really bought everything he fancied, from exotic animals, bright private jets, mansions, rare sports cars. He basically spent too much money and owed 6.5 million in taxes. That was in 2012, still owing something else, some more, but not quite as much. But he still performed in lots of films, so he's doing pretty well. Moving on to celebrities that have overcome addiction, again, which is quite prominent. Eminem, I hadn't realised, he's the Grammy Award winner rapper, but he was addicted to painkillers called opiates. He suffered internal bleeding, was in constant pain and had to go to rehab, and he literally had holes in his stomach. Unfortunately, his drug use took a big chunk out of his life, but he was able to overcome it. He sought help and had to go to rehab, and he actually dedicated 2 of his music albums to the process of rehab and recovery. So I had always wondered about his songs, why they were always about drugs, but now I know. Steve Tyler also battled drug addiction. He lost everything: his children, his wife, his band, his job. He didn't even understand why, because he was so addicted to drugs. He got help and is now on the straight and narrow and still doing well, performing as a rock star. Angelina Jolie, the lovely Angelina Jolie. Obviously, we know her for her humanitarian, positive things that she does. But last year, in 1999 video was put on YouTube. She had to admit that obviously she was on drugs, but that was her past. As soon as she met Brad Pitt, everything changed. Unfortunately, obviously being a celebrity means your past is always dug up, but luckily she wasn't judged too much. As mentioned, her humanitarian efforts shone brightest. Now, moving on to something which I feel quite passionate about. Everyone is talking about the bid to get Muhammad Ali an honorary knighthood. It's up in the air whether you think he should or he shouldn't, but he really has done so much good. He's a former champion boxer. He's now 72. He's an inspirational role model to people across the world, and despite publicly battling Parkinson's for more than 30 years, he's also kept up his charity work. Ex-world heavyweight champion David Haye first set up the petition urging the Prime Minister David Cameron to back the honorary knighthood, and lots of celebrities have thrown their weight behind the campaign. London Mayor Boris Johnson, champion boxer Anthony Joshua, comedian John Bishop, singer Foxes, Bob Geldof, Mo Farah, Denise Lewis, and the list is endless. Muhammad Ali, he's 74 now, he loves the UK, and he could be making a rare visit any time now to London, which probably will be his last visit. And he's going to inspire a whole new generation of fans as the exhibition I Am the Greatest, which is dedicated to his life, opens. In fact, it's open now and it's running till the 4th of August 2016. It would be so great to give him a new title, and I really feel that we should honour him before it's too late. So that's the end of my news, folks. Look forward to being back soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much to the lovely Helena there. Now, before we go to break, we have a video for you, and this one is our doctor's orders with Dr. Rob Hicks, and he's talking about high blood pressure. Let's take a look.
Hello and welcome to Doctor's Orders here at the Chrissy B Show. I'm Dr. Rob Hicks. Today we're going to be talking about blood pressure, specifically high blood pressure. Doctors, nurses, other healthcare professionals seem to make quite a fuss about blood pressure, but why is that? Well, the reason is if you've got high blood pressure and it's not treated correctly, then you're at risk of suffering a heart attack, a stroke, kidney damage, and for men, erectile dysfunction. So how do we go about measuring high blood pressure? Well, nowadays, most people use an electric blood pressure monitor rather like this one. The cuff goes around the top of the arm, it's inflated after you press the button, and then you simply just wait for the machine to give you a readout of 2 numbers. And those 2 numbers are the systolic blood pressure, that's the higher number, and that's the blood pressure within the arteries when the heart is pumping blood around the body. And the lower number, the diastolic blood pressure, that's the pressure of blood in the arteries when the heart is relaxed and it's filling again, getting ready to pump the blood around the body again in between heartbeats. So ideally we like the blood pressure reading to be equal to or less than 120 as a systolic pressure, the higher figure, and 80 as a diastolic pressure, the lower figure. If you've got blood pressure that's 140 or above, or 90 or above consistently on repeated measurements, then you've got high blood pressure. Now, there are lots of risk factors that increase our chances of developing high blood pressure, and why we worry so much about high blood pressure is that it very much doesn't cause symptoms for the majority of people. So that damage to the heart and circulation can be going on inside our body without us even knowing about it. So the risk factors to look out for: being overweight, drinking too much alcohol, consuming too much salt in the diet, spending a lot of time inactive, and of course stress. These will all increase a person's risk of developing high blood pressure and consequently suffering the often tragic consequences, the heart attacks, the strokes that come with untreated high blood pressure. So when you've got high blood pressure, or if you want to try and avoid high blood pressure in the first place, you want to cross those risk factors off your list. So try and keep your weight at a healthy level, so that's having a body mass index, a BMI of not more than 25. Make sure that you stick within the safe recommended amounts of alcohol, and for men and women that's no more than 14 units of alcohol a week. Try not to consume more than the recommended 6 grams of salt a day, and be as active as possible, because keeping active, doing exercise, not only helps to lower blood pressure, it also helps to shed the weight, the extra weight that you may be carrying, and it's that extra weight that often contributes to high blood pressure. And of course, make sure you keep on top of stress, because we know that stress in one way or another contributes to high blood pressure. Often it's because if we're stressed, we eat comfort foods, we're not active, and that of course piles on the pounds, in turn putting our blood pressure up. So make sure you have your blood pressure checked as often as your doctor recommends. And that's doctor's orders.
Well, do stay tuned, because after the break we have our makeover reveal, and also later on I'll be giving my own tips on how to give a loved one a break, so don't go away. Hi, I'm Chrissy B and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's program, and we've been very honoured to be able to treat another very special individual in the form of a makeover here on the Chrissy B Show, and that was Tracy Smith, and here's her photo before the makeover. And here's the lovely lady herself. Hello, Tracy.
Hi, Chrissy.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Did you enjoy your makeover?
Yeah, I loved it. It's beautiful.
You look gorgeous, I have to say. So, Megan, what style did you choose here for Tracy?
Well, Tracy and I had a little bit of a chat beforehand about her makeup regime. And so we talked, and she knew what colors on her lips she definitely that felt was the most flattering, as well as I felt was the most flattering. So we picked a nice pop of pink here, and she just looks so bohemian chic right now. Her hair and her makeup look, everything. We actually kept it quite simple, but we used some very vibrant colors. So we used creams. We used creams with a little bit of sparkle and moisture, because we don't want to dull out the look or the skin. We wanted a very fresh, bright look. Another thing we did is we put a white liner just at the bottom of Tracy's eyes, just to give it that extra pop. So that's a tip that you can see just widens and brightens the eyes. So if you do want to make your eyes larger, if you think that that's something that you want to do, just pop a little white liner on the bottom, not on the top. But if you have also not very much, I guess, room on the eyelids, some people have different shaped eyelids. My eyelids are a little bit large. Tracy's, you wouldn't want to put a thick liner on there because it's just going to shut the eye. So we wanted to open and brighten the eye. So we just did a very thin lash line, black liner. That's all you need. You could even go a dark brown, especially with light fair skin. We also used just a nice Body Shop Fresh Nude foundation. So it's very moisturizing, and it just popped on really lovely on her skin. We also added a little bit of Chanel shimmer to the cheeks there, so you can see just this little pop of this blush. It's got so many reflective particles in it. Really nice. It just really just gets that vibrance. So you can see she just looks just gorgeous and vibrant and beautiful. Again, we used a pop of pink. So we used a very light pink for her that just complemented her skin tone and the look, and just made it that extra special pop. So
her eyes really stand out as well. The colour of her eyes, don't they? Love that.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, she likes to have her eyebrows a bit darker as well. But it also, if you wanted to soften the look at all, you could, you know, play around with a little bit of eyebrow powder or pencil, and, you know, she's got really nice blonde hair and fair skin, so, you know, you could go for a more modest brow, or you could go for the strong model brow, which definitely suits Tracy. So she goes with that. You know, Cara Delevingne has, you know, the darkest brows, the lightest hair, right? So she really makes the most out of her blue eyes that way. But if you know, if some people are feeling, you know, that they want a little bit more subtleness or just kind of fresh, natural look, then they can then play around with a little different, lighter colors on the brows, if you please.
Great. So Megan, thank you so much. But you're both going to stay with us, because now we are going to go to some styling with Cynthia. Welcome, Cynthia.
Oh, hi, Chrissy.
And another one, welcome to another gorgeous lady that's joined us. Who's this, everybody?
Absolutely. So I have the pleasure of having my mom on the Chrissy B Show today, so that's amazing. So going to talk about her outfit in a second, so say hello, Mom. All right, well, basically, Chrissy, we've just finished Paris Fashion Week again, and I'm just going to show you a few looks that I think are coming in spring, summer as we change over our wardrobes. So I'm going to start with Chrissy's outfit today, and I basically put her in the bohemian fringe look. Chrissy's wearing her own shoes, her own stilettos, and I've chosen a white jean, and we've talked on other segments about white jeans being big. These ones have an unfinished hem on them, so they've got that sort of like fringy look that matches her cashmere shirt by Velvet. And you can see the detailing around the neckline and the cuffs and the hems, and it just gives that extra little bit of fringing. Also paired it with a feather and stone tassel necklace. So
which I love.
It looks lovely, Chrissy.
Thank you.
On Tracy, our makeover, we have Tracy featuring an awesome color of pink for spring summer 16, and it's called Day Glow. And if we look at Tracy, she's wearing this gorgeous 360 cashmere wrap. And the pink is called Day Glow. And we also have another feather and stone necklace with turquoise and then also that pink tassel. So I really picked up where Megan, did the makeup and had the pink pops. I looked at that and I thought, this is Tracy. So hopefully
Very
you guys
nice.
enjoyed that. With my sister, she is styling herself these days, and we've accessorized for her though, but we've put these amazing espadrille shoes on.
They are so cute.
Super cute. Look at the watermelon slices. They're two different slices. So these shoes are the hottest thing for spring summer 16. And we also have a beautiful dress by ASOS. And we also have her in carrying on with the bohemian vibe, we have her in a rag and bone white floppy hat. So very Sienna Miller, right? Okay.
Gorgeous.
So
And Mummy.
Mummy. So I just wanted to take a moment and show this photo. So my mom is my style icon. And this is a photo when she was only 20 years old. And I used to look at this picture and think, you know what? When I grow up, I want to be in fashion like my mom or be able to dress and look nice like her. So it's a real pleasure to have her on the show today.
Let's see a bit more. There you go.
Isn't she pretty?
So your mum was,
yeah, so that's my mom when she was 20. But so it's a special photo, it's a special day. And I have mum in a jacket by Hero, that's a French designer. And it's very, it has the shoulder pads, it's very like Chanel French cut. And I've put her in very comfortable pants by Velvet and then Lucy Choi stilettos. So Mum, I'm dying to know what your opinion of the outfit is. What do you think?
I like this outfit because black and white is really, everybody just about love black and white.
It's very modern.
And it's you can dress up and you can use it as a dress down.
You can dress it down too. And we've chosen that today, more like relaxed look with her trousers.
It's
So
lovely on her.
very, very pleased that she liked that. Thanks, Mum. All right, so I guess Chrissy will just go to the rail now and go through I've picked a couple signature looks. The first thing I wanted to, I forgot about my outfit.
oh yes, how can you forget about that outfit? It's so gorgeous.
My outfit, I have this amazing rag and bone outfit, the whole thing. The suit is by Rag and Bone, the pants are an arrow pant. And if you look at the cut of the pant, they're quite drain pipe, meaning that they're quite skinny. And I'm really in love with these. They have a mid to high rise. Also the t-shirt by Rag and Bone and this jacket here. And just when you think the suit didn't get any better,
Love that.
it had the detail in the
love
collar.
that.
So I love it. I love this outfit.
Gorgeous.
But to the bits on the rail here, a couple key areas I've chosen to highlight today. The first is denim. So we're changing over our dark denims for winter into the spring, summer, and I just wanted to inspire you with some of the things that you might be seeing out there in the shops. So this not only is a boyfriend jean, so it's a more relaxed style of jean. As you can see, it's not very skinny. It also has this beautiful print on it, the embroidery. So something to watch for there. Chrissy, we talked about your white jeans as well, which are stable. And these ones are by Rag and Bone as well. And you can see that these are a flare leg. So you can see at the bottoms there, they are unfinished at the bottom cuffs there. And they're a wide flare leg. That's right, yeah.
There you go.
So a few key trends that I'm picking up on are bohemian, first of all, and like a bit of tribal sort of, Aztec-y kind of designs. So you're going to see a lot of things like tassels. Like a few of you are wearing tassel necklaces. Yeah. We've got the kind of hangy bits, the day glow pink. Watch for things like this. There's just a cute little pair of shorts there. These are done by Alpha Moment. This shirt here by Essential, I call this one the Bardot top, and Brigitte Bardot used to do a lot of this, wearing this style in the 70s. So you typically wear it, on your shoulders, like just like this, or you can wear it up. So it's kind of that basic peasant-y kind of shirt, but you can do things with the cuffs and everything.
It's very nice.
I love it. Again, bohemian vibe. I love that kind of look. This one is just another 360 wrap. This one's cinched in on the sides, so it's quite form-fitting as well as it's got the fringe there. Chrissy wore this on the show a couple weeks ago. This is the new color of blue that's kind of hitting down and very popular. And it's a very bold color. Like some people who wear darks all the time, you might feel uncomfortable in that. But the women that have come into our shop love that style of pant, the wide leg there. So something to try.
Very comfy as well, that suit.
Was it? And then I just was inspired by that color. I was just inspired to pick up this. This is a skirt by Paul and Joe Sister. And it's quite long, right? So you would tuck in a shirt because it's quite puffy, this one. But stripes are fun. Two more for dresses. So we have a long dress you have quite embroidery on the back, quite embellished embroidery. I wore this on the show as well. It's just really fun and easy as we come into spring, summer. With denim, I highlighted this on a few shows ago. Denim is something that's really coming back, not only in jeans, but so this one's a really nice skirt. Again, you can see this one has an unfinished hem, so be watching for those unfinished raw edges. That's the detailing that's kind of really big right now. And we have long denim dresses, short baggy denim dresses, all sorts of other ways to wear denim.
What kind of footwear would you match with those?
Sorry?
What kind of footwear would you match with those?
These can be anything. I always seem to answer this too, but I feel that you could dress these up with a stiletto, depending on your top. But you could also do like an espadrille. A really easy look would be to wear something like Megan's wearing, so a flat, or even a ballerina flat would be quite pretty with that. Two pieces of outerwear that I thought were really fab at the moment is this awesome gold jacket by Eero. Nice. It's cropped, which means it's going to come up a lot shorter. So it really, if you have a pair of pants that you like the pockets on or the embroidery on, this is the type of outfit to put it with. Also, this too, again, you can see that the fringe, that kind of westerny look, bohemian it's here. It's here to stay for the season, I suppose. A few things about menswear I just wanted to touch on quickly. I've got a few pieces here. This one here I chose because of the neck. You can see here it doesn't have the collar, the typical collar. That is a really nice piece for men. Paisley is making its way back, and a lot of prints. So Paisley that's been around forever, right?
It actually hurts my eyes.
Really?
Sorry, I'm just being honest.
Did you put your hubby in that?
No.
No, too bright.
I prefer the plainer looks for my husband.
This one here, this one is interesting because you're seeing, this one has little fruits on it, so little pineapples, bananas, just fun,
That's cute
right?
for holiday, I suppose.
It is sort of a holiday, more fun feel. I think you could pair this with drain pipe, skinny jeans, and I'll show you the shoes that I would pair them with too, that I see a lot of men going to, so that you have those sort of thing.
Yeah, they're nice.
Hudson, so yeah, and then just two pieces of footwear that I thought I would highlight. The espadrilles that I said that would go nice with the denim pieces. When I was in Paris last month, I just noticed that a lot of the espadrilles had that little detail, the little picture of a flamingo or piece of fruit or something. So that's something to look for, a little touch to your shoes. And also, again, fringe, really big with the wedges. Now these ones here are actually quite important for anything that's flare-legged, Chrissy. I think every woman should maybe invest in a pair of wedges for the spring, summer, just because that wider leg, you don't want to be wearing a stiletto with that.
Lovely. Cynthia, thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome.
I'd just also like to thank Questionnaire for providing all these lovely clothes for us today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So, ladies, thank you as well to our lovely models. Thank you so much. Tracy, you're going to stay with me because after the break, we're going to be joined by her son again, Jordan, and we're going to be talking about her story and how she's pushed through everything, and she's a fighter. You're going to see. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back, everyone, to today's program. And now it's time to hear Tracy's story. And she's here with her son, Jordan, who nominated her. Hello, welcome back, Jordan.
Are you all right?
Been waiting patiently.
Yeah.
What do you think of your mum's makeover?
She looks lovely.
She does, doesn't she? Oh. So now, you did sort of briefly say why you nominated her, but I'd like to know in a bit more detail now. Obviously, you saw our ad and you decided to nominate your lovely mum. Why was that? What's special about her?
Well, my mum's like a special person to me, of course, because she's my mum, and you only get one mum in your life, do you know what I mean? And it's like a big opportunity for her to actually treat herself for once in a while, because she don't really treat herself.
Okay, what does she do normally?
She just like treats her like kids before she actually treats herself, so she puts herself last, and then she don't get the best experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So Tracy, you're going to tell us your story because you've been through quite a few difficult things in your life, but you're still smiling, which I think is amazing, and you've kept quite positive. So can you tell us how life was before all the troubles started?
Well, I had my children, 4 boys, and I had a lovely partner. We was together for 21 years, and we had a lovely house and with a swimming pool, nice motors, nice drive, nice Mercedes car. We had a lovely life, both worked, and we just had a comfortable life, you know. We took the kids out and, you know, always out and enjoying ourselves and stuff. But no, everything was good.
Yeah. And you didn't sort of get any hint of anything that was about to go wrong, or?
No, didn't anything was going wrong. My life was fine, and just had a few bits ups and downs and stuff going on a little bit, but didn't really think, put your mind to anything, you know, that was going to happen to me, you know.
So then what did happen?
Well, I was working, and I was in hairdressing, and I was working and full time, and then I went to I had an appointment at the hospital to go to the hospital and have my spine, my back x-rayed. And then that was on the Sunday. Then on the Monday, I was at home, and I took the kids to school in the morning, and everything was fine. And when in the afternoon I got home, I thought I've got to start doing my housework, start rushing around doing the housework, make it look nice and everything. Anyway, then in the afternoon, about 2 o'clock, just before I was going to pick the kids up, I was sitting down. I called my mum and I said to her, Mum, I feel a bit funny myself. I said, I don't know what's going wrong. I said, but I feel a bit funny. She said, don't worry, you'll be all right. I feel a bit down in myself and that. And all of a sudden, I was sitting on the chair and my legs started giving way on me. Wow. And then my body just completely shut down. My legs paralysed and I couldn't move.
That must have been really terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Was anyone with you at the time that it happened?
No. No one was with me, and I called my partner up and asked him to come home, and he said, "Oh, you're all right, don't worry." I said, "No, I think something's wrong. You know, I can't move my legs, you know." And I started feeling a bit cold, and it was around about 3 o'clock, 3:15 in the afternoon. My boys, I usually pick them up from school, and I didn't pick them up. They were home from school, and when they come home from school, they see me like I was laying like sitting on the chair. And then I just started worrying about myself, so my son called the ambulance, and then the ambulance people came and they said, you know, I think there's something wrong with your mum and you're going to have to go to hospital. And
so what was it? What did they find?
When I went to the hospital, they had the scans, what I'd done on the Sunday, they had the scans to prove that my spine had just collapsed. And that was it.
So, doctors actually told you that you may not be able to walk again after that, didn't they?
Yeah, they said I wouldn't be able to walk again after that. They said after the operation.
What did you think when they said that?
Well, I'd lost everything, my dignity. I never had no feeling down below or anything. You know, I didn't know what I was thinking, you know, really, basically.
So how did you actually, because obviously you're walking now, you're walking today, so what happened?
Well, after I actually moved from my house, I didn't go back. I stayed at the hospital, and then after when I came out of the hospital, I went and lived with my mum, and then to get me have a nice break, because like going home to the house full of kids, you know, they thought like go for a nice rest at my mum's, and stayed at my mum's, and then me and my partner wasn't getting on, and so he decided to tell me that I couldn't go back home to the house to stay with him. So the kids, I'd have to find somewhere for me and the kids to stay.
That must have come as a shock, because the two of you said, you know, you were getting on well and everything like that.
Yeah, we did get on really well.
That happened. That must have been devastating in itself.
Yeah, I was devastated. Really, my whole life had shut down, everything had gone, you know, like, I didn't know where to start really, I didn't know what to do. And then we went and stayed in a flat, was it?
Like a flat, wasn't it?
At bed and breakfast.
Okay.
The council put us in bed and breakfast because I didn't know where to go, I was homeless.
They've actually got 4 sons, I have to say, just one of them's here today, but, so there was it the 4 of you at the time, or how many?
3.
At the time? 3 of you at the time?
No.
There's 2, wasn't there? There was 2 of us.
2 of you at the time, okay.
2 at the time. So then we stayed in a bed and breakfast in Southend, and obviously I was on...
So you went from that nice big house with a swimming pool, having a comfortable life, health, everything, and then...
You've had nothing. No money,
yeah.
Lost everything, nothing no car, couldn't drive, you know, couldn't get me nowhere to go. When we stayed in the hostel, the kids, I never had I had a pair of, I had a Zimmer frame, to walk around with, and crutches, but their boys used to help me, do everything for me.
Yeah, tell us about that, because, you know, you said that part of the recovery came because you are walking today. Part of the recovery came because your boys were so like hands-on and really helped you out and encouraged you. Tell us about that.
Well, every day the boys just say, you know, come on Mum, you know, you can do it. Help me, stand me up, sort of praise me up every day. And they just helped me to... What did you do for me?
Like, help me walk again, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because she was worried, she was worried she would never be able to walk again. She was like, I'm scared, I don't want to stand up. And then we actually like helped her walk like with the Zimmer frame. She used to be shaking, like, didn't you?
I was just shake like as if I had Parkinson's, just shake all the time. And then that was basically they gave me all the confidence. I never had no confidence, but they brought me up myself.
How did you feel, Jordan, at the time? Because it was quite a big responsibility for you. You were young, well, you're still young, you're only 18 now?
Yeah.
You were still young at the time, but you seemed like you had a lot of strength. Where did that come from?
I don't know, because when I was younger, like, I didn't really think about my mum and my dad. Like, I didn't just think, like, because I was just with my mum, and I just thought, I've got to help my mum, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to help my mum get back to the way she was, and not be in that situation, not be able to walk, be like...
So you're quite determined, so when she was feeling low and she was feeling down, you'd be there encouraging her, which I'm sure qualities that you learnt from your own mum here, right? Because you've done a great job, obviously, with your kids, for them to be the way they are today.
Yeah.
Because you've been through a lot as well. It's not just your mum that's been through stuff, it's you as well, and your brother. So to the fact that you are here today on TV talking about it and that you're doing so well is a credit obviously to you, but obviously to your mum as well, who brought you up, basically.
Yeah,
right?
I was a credit to me. He's done so well at college, and you know, and the other sons are all doing well. But he's him and Zach was my inspiration at my when I was ill.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're just here to. I'm here to tell the tale now. I can stand and walk, and it's marvellous, really, how you come on.
How do you keep yourself positive today? And looking forward.
I'm positive because I'm open-minded now. Before I was like just sick, always being ill and stuff like that. And I'm diabetic, I've diabetes and stuff. And it was one thing after another just come on me. You know, like after I was ill, I got every different illnesses kept on coming on me. But I don't know. So.
But you've done really well, sweetheart.
So, yeah.
It's okay. Look, and I think it's very brave of you to come and talk about this on TV.
Thanks, Chris.
And you know, a lot of people in a similar situation wouldn't have made it, to be honest, because you know it's a lot to have been through. But you've done brilliantly, and I know you're pushing forward, and you've got your lovely sons. To help you through, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story. Jordan, thank you so much for nominating your mum. She's lovely.
Thank
you. I can understand why you did it. Thank you so much. All right, guys, so we are going to go now to a break, but after the break, I'll be giving my own tips on how to give a loved one a break, and also we have a video to show you. Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's program, which has been all about recovery after losing everything, and we've also had a lovely makeover. And don't forget, if you would like to nominate someone, and yes, you can even nominate yourself, you can do so via our website chrissybshow.tv. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show or leave a message on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Now, recently we went to a business show where we had the chance to interview and meet Lord Bilimoria, who's the founder of Cobra Beer, and he talked about almost losing everything 3 times. Let's take a look at this interview. I'm now here with Lord Bilimoria, who is the founder and chairman of Cobra Beer. Hello, Lord Bilimoria. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So I believe you came here when you were quite young as a student.
Yes, I came here at 19 to study from India.
And what was it like coming here from another country? How did you cope, and what difficulties did you face?
Well, Britain has always been a great country for international students, and very welcoming, and it was just so exciting being in London and also at Cambridge. I love both places, and I learned a huge amount, met lots of friends from all around the world, and that's what's lovely about London, is it's the most cosmopolitan city in the world and so international.
Now, you had an idea when you were also quite young. Can you tell us what that was?
My idea was to produce a beer with the smoothness of an ale and the refreshment of a lager combined that would appeal to men and women alike, have a globally appealing taste, and accompany all food, and in particular Indian food, and that was Cobra Beer.
Now, for a lot of people, when they're sort of thinking about businesses and stuff, it just stays as an idea. Why do you think that is, and why don't people maybe pursue their dreams?
Lots of people have ideas, and the challenge is put those ideas into action. And that's what entrepreneurship is all about, is coming up with ideas and making them happen. And you've got to take that leap, you've got to be committed, you've got to get out of a career path. In my case, I was a qualified chartered accountant. I had 2 degrees, including a law degree. And I could have gone into investment banking, but I decided to start my own business, and I took the leap, and that's what I did. And what kind of difficulties did you face setting up your business, and how did you overcome those? It's a hugely challenging thing to set up a business. It's always against all odds. You've invariably got no money. In my case, I had £20,000 of student debt to pay off, which is quite common for students today. And raising finance was always a challenge. Getting people to believe in you and your product, to cross that credibility gap, is a challenge. But if you have belief in your product, if you have belief in yourself, if you have belief in your brand, then you can get people to trust you to give you the chance.
And one final thing as well, you mentioned about integrity and trust in your talk. Why do you think that's so important?
The most important aspect of building a business, yes, you've got to have the right product. Yes, you've got to have finance, you've got to have the people, but you've got to have the right values. And if you have integrity in dealing with your partners, dealing with your suppliers, dealing with your consumers, dealing with everybody, that integrity can carry you through everything, including the times when you nearly lose everything. And in my case, I've nearly lost my business 3 times. And the most important thing that saw me through those 3 times was, yes, I had a great team. Yes, I had a great brand. We also had integrity.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you. So that's a very inspirational story there. Now to go to my tips, I'd like to speak about today how to give a loved one a break. So everyone needs a break from time to time, and we do need to be aware of other people's needs and not just our own. So you may have a very loving and giving family member, and sometimes you could end up getting used to their kindness and even start taking them for granted. So how about thinking of them for a change and their needs instead? So my first point is, do things for yourself. So don't depend on them for everything. For example, maybe the things around the house, your washing and ironing. Maybe it's your parents, for example, that do that all of the time. So you could do that for yourself instead. And does your loved one really have to remind you of your appointments? Can't you write it down for, set a reminder on your phone? So even these small things can take a lot of pressure off someone if you would just kind of learn to do things for yourself. And this is for all of us. The second point is, give them space. So everyone needs me time and, a chance to be alone, to be quiet and to relax. So do give your loved one some of that time. So for example, for kids here, if your mum is having a soak in the bath and you need to ask her something, you don't have to disturb her there and then can't just wait a little longer until she's finished. Is it so urgent? So just give her that time to relax. And another example, if your partner comes in from work very tired, give them a chance to unwind. I know, for example, my own husband, sometimes when he's tired, he doesn't want to talk. And I've learned that over the years, not to sort of push him to talk, because I want to talk as soon as he gets in. So I give him the space just to unwind, just to sit down, have something to eat, and then we have a chat. So sometimes it's those small things that can really make a difference and take pressure off people. The third point is, solve issues out with siblings. So, sometimes I know brothers and sisters, they can fight, and not even just the younger ones, even older ones, but try to avoid petty little arguments between yourselves. And maybe instead of running to parents all the time to solve things and get advice, why not try and just be mature about things and even sort things out between yourselves if you can. Obviously, if you can't, then you go to someone, but there are certain things that we can resolve on our own without having to bother someone else. And my fourth point is, do things for your loved one. So take on some of the things that they normally do. So if, for example, I don't know, so they're the ones maybe that take out the rubbish every day or do the shopping or walk the dog, how about you take on some of those responsibilities? And that would really take the load off. And I know some of these things are very small, but even if you were to do just one thing a day that you don't normally do out of this list, or maybe you can think of your own things, it will mean a lot to your loved one, and it can take some pressure off them. Well, guys, we have reached the end of today's program, but if you have a story to share, don't forget you can get in contact with us. Maybe it's something that you yourself are going through, or maybe it's a loved one that you see struggling with something. You can contact us and let us know about it. You can visit us, chrissybshow.tv, and fill in the form from there. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show or leave a message on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Until next time, bye-bye for now. Actually contacted, oh no, let me start again. She wasn't contacted, we were contacted. Okay, that's it for now. You can go and eat some more in the green room. You're nervous? You're right.
Not funny.
You're good, yeah? Okay. Picked anything and just brought it and it happened to be correct. Yeah,
Before you're
big smile.
You're looking like
there you go.
Cute.
Bit.
Why?